Here.
I'm here for a few minutes. I've got to go back to taxes. It's the end of the year. I've got to make sure your 1099s and everything gets out, T4s.
Let
All
Bob,
right.
you be the star today.
So, Charlie, why don't you kick it off?
Well, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to our brown bag opportunity and information call. And it's 2015. Holy cow! That means that I'm getting close to Social Security if I want it. Even though I don't think I'll ever go for that, because working from home is a lot more fun than sitting around getting a paycheck from the government. So 2015, it's a brand new year. The industry, network marketing is growing. More and more people are getting involved, so your ability to go out there and find new distributors is better this year than it's ever been. The economy is better, so when the economy is super good, network marketing has a tendency to stagnate. When the economy is super bad, network marketing will stagnate because people don't have the money to spend. But we're in a situation right now, the economy is starting to grow, money is freeing up for small businesses, people are spending more money. We saw that happen, believe it or not, this Halloween was the biggest retail Halloween on record. I don't know if Christmas numbers are in yet, but I know they're pretty big based on the amount of people I saw shopping this year versus last year. So we're in a growth mode, and network marketing is already seeing that. Network marketing is an industry where quality products are being sold to people through word of mouth. I think Scent-Sations is one of the best programs out there. When you look at every single one of our products, they're all high quality, and they're all very emotional, and they're very affordable. I mean, let's look at our Mia Bella 16-ounce candle. You put us up against the leading candle in the world, and we all know what that candle is. We are less expensive. I don't think there's a network marketing company out there that can make that same statement about their best-selling products. Their best-selling products are always more retail than what you would find even in department stores. So we have an advantage over other companies in that we have an extraordinary line of products, but our flagship product, the Mia Bella line, is more affordable than the leading candle company in the world, which is currently doing somewhere in the $1 billion range, which means we have a marketplace that's so wide open for us. The key is for you on this call to get out there and not just retail our product. That's good, but we need to bring distributors into this company. 2015, I would ask all of you to put a very, very big focus on bringing teammates in. We will grow and give you more benefits by having more people, and that's how volumes grow. Volumes won't grow simply by retail. They grow by extension of new people coming on board. So if I could give anybody a message this year is focus on growing teams more than anything you've ever done in this industry. Off to you, Bobby.
Hi. Well, as I'm sitting here looking at myself, I cut all my hair off for breast cancer and did some pink and stuff, and it's not coming back. I've got a problem. It's coming back slowly, I guess. I don't know. We'll see. Well, I do have to meet with the tax people because we're going over the end of the year stuff. I didn't know they were coming exactly at 11:30, but they're over there and they're working with Mia and Maria right now to go over some things, but I do have to go back. But I want to talk about something new and exciting. I believe it's very exciting, and it's in the fundraising realm. We're going to talk about fundraising for a minute. As some of you may know or not know, the Pope is visiting Philadelphia in September. And it's exciting. And the city of Philadelphia expects about 2 million people to roll through the city for this event in September. And so I got to thinking, wow, what a great fundraiser for churches and organizations that need to raise money for either their camping or to repair some of this thing, whatever, repair things in the church, or maybe to raise money to send some people to visit the Pope for those few days. So we came up with some candles, and we're going to set up a personalized fundraising that people that choose to can go out there and call on churches and organizations to raise money for whatever they need for their church or organization. And it's going to work the same as the other one. We're going to have a trifold done. I thought I'd have a prototype today, but I got tied up with taxes. And so I'll have something to email and send out to everybody to look at. It'll be a one-step trifold, which means it'll be a mailer, it'll be an order form, it'll talk about the candles and how much money they're going to make with the candles. So there's going to be 3 candles in the line. 2 of them are going to be signature hand-carved, one of the Vatican with a label that talks about with the skyline of Philadelphia, that talks about this world family event that's going on. The second one is a hand carving of the Pope, and this will have a label on also. And then we're also going to have our 16-ounce jar with the label. So we're going to have 3 candles that'll be a part of this fundraiser. The organizations will make 40%, which is a lot of money. We know they're tax exempt in 99% of the places, so all they would have to do is cover shipping on your end. You, as the distributor, will make $2.86 on the 16-ounce jar. Don't quote me on this, but it's over $3.80 on the 26-ounce jar. They'll retail for $32.95, and it'll retail for $23.95 on a 16-ounce jar. I believe this is an incredible market out there. You know, whether you're with the Pope, this is about raising money and doing fundraising for organizations. And I think it's so vast out there. Locally, I've spoken to some people. I'm actually talking to the Archbishop of Philadelphia to put this out there. And I think they're going to be excited to raise a lot of money. The distributors should be excited because I think there's a lot of money to put in your pocket because you have this large window of opportunity from January. I'll have everything in place with the trifold within the next 7 to 10 days. And you can order some and mail them, and you know, it's like a one-shop thing, so you put everything out there. But your window is good until September, and that's when the Pope will be here. So that's just one thing to add to the fundraising that I'm very excited about. The next thing we want to talk about for a second is beginning March 1st, we're going to change the drawing. What we're finding out is that most people have 3 and 4 simmer pots in their home because that market is actually saturated and exploded because of a few companies out there that grew rapidly. But we know that we take a lot of that melt business away, and that's what we like. We like that melt business. So what we're going to do is, for the free drawing, we're going to change it from a jar and a Bella bar to a simmer pot and some melts. So that these people that have never experienced anything from us are going to get to try our melts. We want to build our melt business. Our melt business doubled this past year. It really exploded out there, and I believe that's because of the simmer pot business that's going on around the country. And so let's expose more people to the melts, and we've got some neat things coming out in the melts down the road that we can't talk about today, but there's going to be a lot of changes. Changes in compensation with more money for people, changes in products that we're going to introduce. So we've got a lot of stuff on our table, but those are the 2 that we wanted to talk about today and kind of introduce because we're almost ready for that. The reason we're waiting till March, the reason we're waiting till March is because people did buy business cards that have the bar and the jar listed. And so we know that you spend your money on those cards, so we figure in 90 days if you can't put your cards out there, you're not doing your business. So the new cards in March will represent the new product for the candle drawing. Sorry, I had something stuck there. My breakfast. So I was here early this morning going through all the stuff that I need to do for the end of the year and to get everything ready and to move forward. And, you know, our goal is to double this company. And there's only one way to do that, as Charlie just said. You have to double it by bringing people in the business. Our retail is good, but it won't grow this company. Retail will not grow the company without more people spreading the word about who we are. And that's got to be our focus and goal. You know, we have the there's a Sensational Saturday that's coming up in a week or 2 that people that can't afford to be in Texas with us, and that'll be an event where they can meet some people on there and chat a little bit and do all that. And then we have the Texas Regional event, which I'm very excited about. Not just because I'm going to be there and it's an event. I'm excited about that because if you haven't taken responsibility as a leader, and there's a few leaders that aren't on here, and I've sent them emails. I don't know why they're not on here, but we'll find out. I hope maybe something happened. My thing is that as a leader, you have to promote this event because your people know people. And everybody knows somebody who knows somebody in the state of Texas. Even though it's a big state and there's a few surrounding, work the system. We understand that everybody can't come to Texas. It's not in their makeup. It's not in their budget. That's okay. But everybody should be working that event. Everybody should be calling whoever and say, oh, my God, you're like 5 hours away. You've got to look at my program. I'd love to work with you. If you're open to take a look, let's get your questions answered. If it sounds like something for you, I want to get you signed up. I want you to get some people on your team, and I want you to drive down there to meet the owners of this company and some of the leaders. Doesn't that make just good business sense? Yet I'm not hearing that a lot out there, and that's an issue. And so I'm excited about that event, not because it's an event, not because it's San Antonio and we're going to have some fun along with all this. It's because it's a place for the average person who lives in Oshkosh, Illinois, to go out there and build a business in Texas, where the owners are going to be there to support them. And these are the events you need to work towards, whether they're regional events or small meeting events. This is what grows our company. So we're excited about these events that are taking place in January. If you're a distributor and you're watching this and you're brand new, or you've been in for a while, or you decided to take action and build your business, then you want to work towards these events. You want to get on the phone today and find out who do you know and who do they know that might live in Texas. I personally have contacted 5 people in Texas that I know that live in that state, and I'm trying to get a few of them to come and join us, if not just to hang out. Once I get them in the room, we know we'll get them excited. We just got to get them in the room. So for those of you out there that are watching and listening, you want to work towards that goal. I don't know how you do it. That's up to you. Call people. Get a phone book. Start calling people in Texas. Go on Facebook and Twitter and find groups and organizations that are in Texas and find out who may be looking for an opportunity, that the owners are coming to town and they'd love to share the vision with them. So that's what I'm excited about. It's a couple of weeks away. They goofed up our airfare, so we have to stay a little longer, so we're really depressed about that. We get an extra, we can have brunch in San Antonio this time instead of leaving at 5 in the morning. We usually get out very early the next day because we do like to get home. And so we have to stay till 5 o'clock, and that's great because we get to spend a little more time with the people that are staying over and will be in the hotel. So I'll pass it on to somebody.
Well, speaking of the hotels, tomorrow is actually the deadline, deadline of all deadlines to book your hotel room.
Oh my God! I don't know if Cheryl booked us. I'm going over there on my way to the tax department and see if Cheryl. Charlie, did you book us?
No, that's up to Cheryl.
Okay, I don't know if she did.
Get booked because tomorrow the deadline was actually on Friday.
I know your mom told me, and I thought we did it, but I forgot.
Yes.
Okay, I'll take care of it right now.
Okay, perfect. Otherwise, y'all will be sleeping on the sidewalk outside the hotel.
Oh, no. Only if it's warm.
Yes, if you're considering going to San Antonio, if you're on the fence, if you can't decide, just make a decision and get there and get your hotel booked. Get a roommate if you need one. This is an extremely affordable event, especially when you take into consideration all the great content that you're going to be getting while you're there, not to mention all the fun that we're going to be having. We're going to be having dinner. Saturday night, we're going to take a riverboat cruise up and down the river walk. I mean, this is just going to be a phenomenal event. And so if you're on the fence, make sure you get there and make sure you get your hotel booked like within the next 12 hours, 24 hours, because tomorrow really is the deadline to get that done. So all right. Anybody else want to pass this on to Tracy?
Yeah, I'd just like to add that Texas this time of year is typically extremely warm. So if you're in a cooler climate, you're going to really appreciate the few days that you spend down here in Texas. So I definitely recommend that you get there. It's going to be a tremendous amount of fun. We've got some really great training lined up for you, and I think you're really going to enjoy yourself. And it's always very solidifying for your business to get face-to-face with people who you're working with and around. And attending an event like this where you're sitting in a room with other like-minded people will really be a great way to start your business fast in the year 2015. So if you're looking to grow really fast in 2015, be there. It starts, like Jordan said, with a decision. You just have to decide that you're going to do it. And once you decide you're going to do it, you're going to figure out a way, you're going to make a way, the funds are going to become available, and you're going to really be glad that you were there. So everybody come. I'm looking forward to seeing you there and getting some great feedback from you that will help my business as well.
Fantastic. Kathy, what about you? I see you're unmuted. What have you got to share today? Your excitement about 2015?
Oh, yeah, very excited. I always love a brand new year, fresh start to make things happen. Unfortunately, I won't be in Texas this time with my husband's health issues recently. He's doing very well, and we're on the mend, so we're looking forward to really progressing from this point forward, but unfortunately I won't be making that event. But I know you guys are going to have a great time in Texas, and maybe can you give us any little tips as to what types of training might be occurring? What are some of the topics that people can get excited about, Jordan?
Well, one of the number one things we're going to be talking about is how a person can come in from their very first month, meaning whether they're a brand new person or, whether they're looking at, January or February as being their first month to really be back in business. Maybe you've been here a while, but you haven't really been taking the action that you want to take. So we're going to show you how you can come in and plug into the system that's in place and start putting $500 a month in your pocket immediately, starting the very first month that you start implementing the system. So we're going to teach you that. And we're also going to teach you how to build a team. We're going to talk about team building. And while you're earning that $500 a month, starting immediately from your retailing our incredible products, we're going to teach you how to be at the same time building that team, if that's where your interests lie, so that we can double this company and so that you can be creating that residual income, that income that comes in month after month after month. You build it once and you get paid on it forever. And so we're going to be teaching you how to do those two things really in tandem with one another. So that you look back at the end of 2015 and really your mind is just blown at the progress that you've made in your business over the course of this year. So.
Yeah, no, I'm glad that you talked about that residual income coming in month after month. And as I've said, my husband's been sick, and we've had to deal with a lot of medical issues and surgeries and things like that. And so I did have to take some time to kind of focus on him and his needs. And there's just nothing better than knowing that your business continues to grow while you're away taking care of a family. And I just am so grateful for that paycheck does come in month after month regardless. And now he's healthy and we're doing good, so I'm ready to really jump in and get busy again. So nothing like that.
That comes to mind. Jackie asked a question last week on Facebook, and this addresses exactly what Kathy just talked about. She asked, what was the greatest milestone you were able to accomplish because of your Scent-Sations business? And to me, the answer was immediate, Jack. Was that I had the ability to be home with my sweetheart. We worked together, we played together, we traveled together, and in Kathy's case, when he was ill, she didn't have to rush off to work or ask a friend or neighbor or relative to come in and stay with him or go to the hospital, but she was able to be with him 24/7. Mm-hmm. And I know she appreciates that. I know our spouses appreciate that. So that's, to me, that's a huge milestone. And you don't have to make a lot of money to do that. Just enough if there's two working spouses, just enough for one of them to stay home for a while. But just to mention both of them. But 2 events coming up. You attend one online, then you pack your bags, jump on a plane, and go hit the other one. I'm sorry, I'm going to be 9,000 attending a wedding in Australia. But I'll be there, and usually I attend by video, but I'll be too far away this time and not in computer range. But I urge everyone, if you want a really powerful 2015, we have a home business. Well, I tell people I have a professional business that I happen to work from home. It's an attitude. It's all mental. If you say, well, I got a home business, the immediate impression in your mind and everyone around you is that, oh, you have this little hobby at home. Hobbies cost money. They're not interested. Well, I have a business that I work from home. It's a mental shift. Everyone's got an image of, oh, you have a business, which means income, not a hobby, and you happen to do it from home. Now I'm interested. For our distributors who are on this call, who are going to watch it afterwards, urge you to get your mental game in gear. Attend both these conferences, not just to take notes. When you go home, put those notes in a smooth format, put them on your digital devices, and review it. I was on a call with dear friends in the company the other day. I took notes at an event I attended 5 years ago, and I did a summary of those 3 or 4 days I was there. I have that summary on my iPad, and I reviewed it the first day of the year. The great lessons I learned. So people tend to attend events, go home and say, wasn't that great? I'm all excited. And a week later, you're back in your regular routine. You're going to learn some things at these next 2 conferences that can change your life. Absolutely change your life. So do so. Take your notes, review your notes, and decide which of these items I'm going to put into action. I'm going to go out and share this with everyone I know. Making money is the effect of it. What you're going to do is share this with everyone. That's what I've been doing for 13 years. And what we do is not hard. Right, Charlie? What we do is not hard. So thank you, Jackie, for asking that question. I really, really appreciate it. And it made everyone think about it. Well, thanks. Aloha.
Absolutely. I was so excited to see the responses from the question that I asked, and I asked that question for a reason. And if you're interested in wondering why I asked that question, definitely get on Scent-Sational Saturday, because I will be sharing that. I was just going to echo what Kathy Mahadi said. I had a major life event come up in the first few days of January, and we kind of we got a little bit of notice. But I did take the month of December off, and it was really nice to not have to be concerned that we weren't going to have the additional income into our home, because I knew that my residual income from all of the work that I've done in the past was going to come in, and so I still ended up getting my paycheck from, you know, all of the things that I have done in the past, that I've earned that for the month of December to be able to take it off. And so Scent-Sations is truly a blessing to me. Network marketing in general is, there's no better industry in my opinion. And definitely get to Scent-Sational Saturday. It's right on your right on your devices. Get to San Antonio. You guys, 2015 should be huge, absolutely huge for every one of us and for this company. There's nothing better out there. So
absolutely. All right. Well, we're coming up to the top of the half hour. So, Charlie, do you have any closing words that you'd like to share with everybody before we wrap it up for the day?
Well, you know, it's what we all talked about here is Shep mentioned being able to stay home, Jackie being able to stay home, Kathy being able to stay home. This is all about team building. This is, I think, the most important thing for everybody on this call to understand is that by building a team, you get so much more benefits than by simply retailing a product. So really put your focus on going out there. I know a lot of people are afraid of what they call rejection, and you got to get that out of your head. You're not being rejected. Most people are not looking for something when you ask them. That doesn't mean they're not looking for it later. You just need to start a conversation during 2015 with as many people as possible and see if they're looking for ways to make extra money. The economy's starting to grow again. People are excited about the potential of their country, about the USA and Canada and the growth in those countries, and they want to make more money. Get out there and find the ones that are looking to do it with Scent-Sations and build your team so you can all stay home too. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Charlie. And I'll add just one thing as we wrap up. Let this be the year that you invest in yourself as much as you invest in your business. I know it wasn't very long ago, because I am not that old, and I remember this, but I remember a day where it was really difficult to get your hands on personal development material. You had to buy it. You had to have the money to be able to buy it. You had to wait for the CDs to come in. That's not the case anymore. There is no reason why every single person shouldn't be spending at least 30 minutes a day watching videos, reading articles, doing something that's going to bring you closer to the person that you need to become to reach your goals. And that was something that I learned over this past year in a personal development course I was taking that was really enlightening to me. And it was, instead of focusing on what you want to achieve, focus on who you need to become in order to achieve what you want. And your business is only going to grow as fast as you do. There's going to be rejection. There's going to be failure. There's going to be days where you just want to pull your hair out. And then there's going to be days where everything happens and it's so wonderful that you know that it's all worth it. And those days make the hard days worth it. But to prepare yourself for those days, you need to be growing as a person, as a business owner, improving your skill set as a network marketer, and improving your mindset as an entrepreneur. And so, you know, get in touch with some people that are maybe upline to you, who are maybe leaders in the company, and get them to recommend some resources that they're using. I know one that I use daily is Darren Hardy. He's the CEO of Success Magazine. He does a little 1 or 2 minute video that he sends you either through email or text message every single morning about 7 o'clock Central Time is when it comes. So I love that because, and he's always got a cup of coffee in his hand in his video, and it's only a minute or two long. And like right now what he's doing is he's doing like a 7-day series on how to make sure you achieve your goals in the new year, which is fantastic. And every day you get, you know, an extra minute or two of stuff from him on that. And it's free. And there's so many cool resources out there that are wonderful for you to use to be improving yourself and to make sure that this year you become the person who is worthy of achieving the results that you want. So that's pretty much it. You know, grow yourself, grow your business, take action. If you're coming to San Antonio, make sure you get your hotel room booked, or else you're going to be sleeping on the sidewalk. And I want to thank everybody for being here today, and I hope you all have a wonderful week, and we'll see you next month on the next Brown Bag. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Go Cowboys.
Go Cowboys!